Let it relax for me. All right, let me go over here. It's all right. There is a difference.
It was about 10 years ago, and actually my tennis elbow symptoms just started 1 year ago.
Wow, big difference. Yeah.
The carrying angle is different too.
Okay. Stand up or sit up for us and go like that. Hard to tell. I'd probably have to put a goniometer up on that one to measure it because I can't really tell by, it looks a little bit bigger on this side, but it's hard to tell. Okay, let's look at, let your arm relax. This one I don't know. It feels about the same to me. So whether or not this is a true ulnar abduction lesion, I don't know. Oh, we didn't check a deduction though. So when you check, I mean, you know, this is a abduction to do this. This is a deduction. So let's check that. That's definitely different. Okay, you feel that, or you see that, because I'm running into an end feel right there. Whereas here, there's more movement. So this very well might be, so we'll check everything when we're done, see. The only problem is this table, we'll give it a go. Mike, reach in that cupboard and hand me that Chad, the one that opens, that Chad cookbook. Thank you. Okay, lay down on. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to, you can roll towards, roll towards me. There you go. Actually, let's, yeah, but get yourself now so that you're right. Sorry.
Your recordings are way to pause.
I have no idea.
Yes. Yeah, see? Teamwork.
Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. See, one of the things that you'll learn, especially gals, as you get into manipulation, and for me especially with the thoracic techniques, okay, is that when you've got a table that has this, and this isn't even as bad as some, but it's got this much foam on it, okay? So if I'm trying to manipulate somebody's thorax, and I've got that pistol grip and I'm bringing them like this, I've got to take up all that slack in the freaking foam to get to the end feel of the joint so that when I thrust, I'm not just moving everything through the foam. And what that ends up feeling like to me is that now that my hand is hurting because of the patient's weight on my hand. And so a friend of mine in Canada, she's an excellent manipulator, and she's smaller than I am, shorter than I am. And she talked to Cardon, C-A-R-D-O-N, the guy, they make high-low tables, and was saying how for us small people and women, it's hard because we've got all this foam and whatever, and so they actually came up with a different type of foam that's very thin and very dense. And the patients don't like the table as much because it feels hard to them. But at the last clinic I worked at, I actually convinced them to buy me one of those. Unfortunately, I should have paid for it because then when I left, I had to leave it there. So then I didn't have to do all of that, and it made all my manipulations work so much easier. So that's just going to be, as you move into some of the manips, if you get to your level 4 and all of that, you're gonna have trouble if you're a smaller person and all this other stuff. If you're working on a table that's got thick foam, you're going to have to get a table that's got thinner foam to get it to work. You guys won't have anything to worry about, but a smaller guy, or if you're struggling with speed, then that foam is a pain in the butt. Okay, so that's why I put the book underneath of her, because I've got this foamy table here, because the technique that I do is I've got her here, okay? I'm going to take up the slack, and then I'm going to take up the slack, and then I'm just going to do a quick thrust towards the floor. So see, this is great because now the humerus is stabilized. I can use my body weight to do it. I don't have to do this with my arms. So for me, this technique has always, and I just made it up this way because I could never feel good about that other technique. I just never felt good about it, so I started saying, okay, how could I get the same thing done without having to do it in that position? And this is what I came up with. So the only reason you wouldn't be able to do this technique is if they had some shoulder issue that they couldn't do what I asked her to do in terms of lying there. Otherwise, you can use this technique. So we'll do our pre-manipulative hold. Any pain problems?
That is a little sore, actually.
Hmm?
That is a little sore, actually.
Where does it hurt?
Just more.
Just where I'm pushing?
Yeah, where you're
That's
pushing.
okay.
Okay.
But no pain inside your elbow?
No, no.
Okay. So then we'll just try to do a just real quick thrust. So that's all you have to do. Just find the joint end feel, and then just a real quick thrust. Okay, and I just felt like I just gave an impulse to the bone, not all the soft tissue, and I didn't move all the humerus around. Okay, so now let's see if there's any change at all.
Yes.
Just lay down.
Oh,
Yeah. It's better.
Still feels
Yep.
restricted, but it's better.
Yeah, it's better. So if she's had this for a long time, it may take a couple of times doing this.
And some soft tissue work too, right?
Not necessarily,
You go to
but the